Okay, I'll be damned if this is not the part where I can finally break away for a bit and go get some other stuff done. Get some parts made and get everybody suited up, because I have a change of plans in my party based on some revelations, some things I just didn't pay attention to before when I used to play this game. And I feel dumb for not noticing them. So, yeah, one of the party members I said was going to be in will be replaced. But who will it be? We'll find out. Okay, at least we're powered up this time. And, yeah, it's fine. Ish. Whatever.
Unnecessary. Annoying.
Yeah. Speaking of annoying...
What is
Arrow! Fuck sticks. Eat my ass.
Failing master.
Dickweeds. Is that what I use the processor? Well, if that's what I need, great. If not, boom. Well, maybe things are looking up. But that will also create another temporary change, I suppose. But that's fine. Oh my god, let's get off this place. It's terrible. I've had enough of Narshada. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot to... It's fine.
Oh, hey.
Whoops.
Can I ask you something?
Didn't mean to talk to you, but okay, so... why are you looking at me like that?
Your face. Well, you have this glow.
It's the
I
glasses.
mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on spice, have you?
No! What, you a cop? What? When one is... when one is in touch with the Force, others can feel it.
Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, it's just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and Visas, but it's just the Force.
Being Visas what?
You know, hooked up a power coupling. You know?
I don't think she knows what she's oh. Wait a minute, those things aren't aligned perfectly over my eyes. I can see me! I stabbed myself with a lightsaber after I stabbed her. And, it's more like a sister to me, yeah.
Got it. Just checking.
We're gonna talk to you later. And besides, that question doesn't really matter. In case anybody's wondering, oh boy, Mira waifu. Wrong. She unless they've changed it in restored content, that is a no-go. Not a pile drive you. Oi! Wait a minute, why can't I get in here? Oh, it's a security door. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm in. Oi! Hey, I fixed your problem. You, hey! You return, but I don't see Godo chained behind you. Can it be that you have not had success? I wonder if I bring Godo here. I do not have Godo here, but rest assured, he will trouble you no longer. Indeed, I had heard as much. I would have thought you could have easily so easy to dispose of him. Really am I impressed by humor. I believe that means we have a matter of business to discuss. My affairs have already begun their work. I will open trade with the Telosians. However, I believe they will be reluctant to listen to my offer, should it come from me. Here, these credits should cover your expenses and a fee for your services rendered. I do not expect you to do what I have asked. If you do not... Oh, I do expect that. You would find you have little time to enjoy these credits. Now leave. I haven't grown so fond of you that I'd like you around. Neat. Only 500 credits? What a jib. Why you defile my space here, but irritating my cat hounds? For me. Speak! I'll be going now. I wonder... doesn't matter. Don't mind me. Don't mind. Oh. There we go now. Oh. I don't know if I've ever actually tried that. Excuse me. I don't know what I'm supposed to put in the dog's bowl. Oh, by the way, I can check the ship for those secret compartments that dude told me about. Fuck you. I never did do your pylon puzzle, but I can do that off camera. It doesn't matter. If I remember to do it, great. If not, whatever. I just need to go around and buy shit and break down stuff for components. I've got a lot of work to do. We've got so much...
Yeah, something wrong?
Oh, you're lovely, but not right now. Are you serious? Are you boys serious? Fine.
Unnecessary observation. Annoyed. Recipe.
Hang on. There we go.
Yes.
Buzz. Dorks. Craig can solo that shit. Remember, kids, destroy droid. Can be used with armor and is considered light side. Use it. Do it.
Haven't heard anything more yet.
You never told me a damn thing. Okay, before I do anything I forget. Or regret. Not forget. Oh yeah, I took all your gear.
I don't know what the two of you are arguing about. I caught him. He's mine. But it's obvious you two need some advice, so let me lay out the attack pattern for you. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then, starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double-check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
That sounds more like hunting.
Call it what you want. Me, I love my targets.
Beep.
It might be helpful if I made some changes to my remote's maintenance laser to do spot repairs.
That would be a welcome improvement. My combat effectiveness could be better sustained, providing an advantageous arrangement. And my miniature counterpart would finally be able to pull his weight in a fight.
Oh, don't worry. Godo was just jealous that you got all the circuitry packed in such a small shell. He's like, I are better beep boop.
Alright then. I'll work on it when we get back to the Hawk.
We're on the Hawk.
There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
Power up! Beatrice's remote has been upgraded with the ability to repair other droids in the party. Which is actually kind of neat. Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know, I think it's time I gave your cutting laser a little boost. It works fine for repairs, but we could use your help in a firefight.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. We'll make sure they keep you out of their scopes. Hey, it's something for Goto to be jealous of, right?
Yeah.
Think of it this way. You can keep Goto in line with it.
I love remote. Beatrice's remote has been outfitted with an improved laser.
Iridonian, if I might have a moment.
What is it, Goto?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are quite adequate. I am impressed with your work, though less so with your remote itself.
What's wrong with my remote?
Oi!
I find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an unsightly waste. But it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to provide me with similar upgrades.
I should be able to do something. I will see what I can do next time I have a free moment.
Yeesh, are you guys done? Holy shit. I should leave give Mrs. Becker clothes. Oh yeah, don't mind me, Mira. I gotta do this thing. The chassis, and it looks like we got everything. Install the droid's processor. You're inside the droid's processor. There's a low hum from within the droid, and the sound of circuits sparking, restoring power throughout the droid's systems.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment.
Oi!
I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude.
Why are you in our storage hold?
Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does seem familiar.
Uh-oh.
Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task.
Are you okay?
Answer. If by okay, you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication.
Oops. You look like a lot of series of droids have attacked me.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Well, prepare to feel, well, whatever. Well, there's at least 4 other now defunct versions of you in the galaxy.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Actually, there's a series of HK-50 units sharing your model and function that we have encountered on several occasions.
Resignation.
On multiple occasions.
Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. Let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation.
Are you alright?
Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I mean, I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are in fact hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being.
You're an assassin droid?
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term.
What, meatbag?
Answer. No, Master. I said it again.
I'll get used to it.
Answer. Yes, Master.
I'm not sure I like the idea of having an assassin droid on board.
Answer. Well, I am not certain I like like the idea of a master who feels reservations at having an assassination droid at their disposal. In fact, it brings with it a certain sense of dread that you may actually not use me to my full capabilities.
You're not killing anyone unless it's self-defense. Even then, I don't want you acting without my orders.
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
HK-47 has joined your party. His few remaining assassination protocols allow him to do more damage to opponents with blasters and rifles. Hello, HK.
Statement. Master, I must express some degree of concern.
Uh-oh.
As I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several.
Vulnerabilities?
Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meatbags across the galaxy.
I'm a better meatbag, damn it. Mercy and charity are not weaknesses.
Statement. Oh, Master, please, of course they are. Any time you inconvenience or jeopardize yourself for another, it is a vulnerability. In any event,
Or it's a
I
chance to
feel
go stronger.
compelled to point out that your self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice will only lead to your doom. That may be a trifle melodramatic, but frankly, it is something that all Jedi should hear. And I have been rehearsing the speech for some time.
Why are you studying me for vulnerabilities?
Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master.
What, to protect me?
Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you.
Oh, I love this one. HK, do you know what love is?
Answer. Many organic meatbags find that question difficult
Keep
to
it joyful.
answer, Master, but I believe I can provide you with a satisfactory definition. Definition. Love is making a shot to the knees of a target 120 kilometers away using an Aerotech sniper rifle with a tri-light scope.
That's the best definition of love I've ever heard. I think you have your definitions wrong.
Statement. This definition, I am told, is subject to interpretation.
It is.
Obviously, love is a matter of odds. Not many meatbags could make such a shot, and strangely enough, not many meatbags would derive love from it. Yet for me, love is knowing your target, putting them in your targeting reticle, and together achieving a singular purpose against statistically long odds.
I need some questions.
Statement. You wish to conduct an interrogation? Very well, proceed.
I know a certain someone that could use some skill ranks in interrogation. Unrelated to this game. You know who you are. It's not an interrogation, I just want to ask you some questions.
Statement. Very well, Master. But if you wish to be brutal and vicious about it, know that I am trained for such things. Do your worst.
Jesus, HK, calm down. Enough with the interrogation already. When I ask you questions, I mean I'll ask you questions without torturing you.
Statement. Master, I am no behavior droid, but it is obvious to me that you have serious ethical problems that will need to be treated at some point. Very well. Ask your questions. If you feel the need to make it an interrogation, however, do not restrain yourself. I would be saddened if you held back.
I wanted to talk to you about other HK units.
Statement. Yes. Them. Very well. What did you wish to know?
Do you know where these clones are being created?
Answer. Master, I do not know. I have tried in vain to find it, but so far the location of the factory churning out these copies has eluded me.
But how'd this happen?
Statement. I have no idea, Master.
What was that? It sounded like a malfunction.
Statement. Oh no, Master, surely you are mistaken. I would never malfunction in such a way on purpose.
Are you sure you don't know where they are striking from?
Prompt. Do you understand me? I have no idea. It certainly isn't a matter of it being locked in my memory core and being unable to communicate it to others.
And how would this information come out if it was locked away in your memory core?
Answer.
We know this answer.
Idea that any such information that exists would only come out when a certain sequence of events takes place. That is why I am eager to encounter more of these clones in the hopes that something clicks that allows me to finally pull the trigger.
I need to know more about these clones of yours.
Statement. What of them?
Yes. Do you know why they are hunting me?
Answer. Well, Master, it seems you have become a popular individual in the galaxy.
Yeah.
This is somewhat surprising to me, since this dissemination of information could not have been caused by your actions alone.
What do you mean?
Statement. Master, there is mention of you specifically in the Corward databases, even in public terminals on Coruscant. Observation. I was led to believe that this information concerning Jedi was not for public consumption, yet somehow it has been made known to them.
Why would someone do that?
Conclusion. Someone wants everyone to know that you exist, Master, and that you are back in Republic space. If I did not know better, which is computationally impossible, I believe that someone wants to make you a target, and they are succeeding admirably.
Who?
Answer. Master, my feeling would be the exchange. But that doesn't seem to be enough to answer the question, however. Rhetorical. Why wouldn't they have simply kept the information to themselves? Such an answer does not address the central question. And that is, why someone would choose to broadcast your location all over the known galaxy. Theory. My suspicion is that someone is using you as bait for a larger target, who is unknown at this time.
You know about these clones.
Statement.
Why do you need me?
Statement. Master, there are two reasons for this. One, the probability of them showing up around you is statistically high. If I travel with you, then my chances of encountering these clones is also high. The second reason is a little more complicated. You see, even though those clones are obviously cheap, artless imitations of me, well, they are still me.
What are you talking about?
Answer. Somehow these droids are built from my schematics. This causes certain complications.
It doesn't explain why you need me.
Answer. Because of my self-preservation program, my behavior core recognizes these templates as still being me, despite their individuality. I could no more shoot them than I could shoot myself. It is a frustrating situation that has been looping through my behavior core for some time.
What about these clones?
Statement. What?
Why are they masquerading as protocol droids?
Answer. Master, as part of my original programming, I am able to communicate in over 600 languages. This usually amounted to short verbal warnings when killing non-basic speaking targets, which gave me some small measure of satisfaction.
So a good portion of your programming was adapted from protocol subroutines.
Answer. Yes. I believe my original master needed this functionality in order to recover information from various indigenous tribes across the galaxy, but I know little else than that. Suffice to say that that translation capability allowed these copies of myself to assume the role of protocol and translation droids in much of known space. That is, of course, not their primary function. And while they are attempting to pass themselves off as translation droids, their primary functionality keeps rising to the forefront.
What do you mean?
Recitation. For example, on Praven Prime, the simple transferring of Elzing syntax for friendship changes its meaning and implies that one's broodmate was actually impregnated by their own host.
That wasn't said to them directly, was it?
Confirmation. Oh, truly, you can imagine the results.
Whoops.
Statement. This comment, of course, caused a civil war between the Guvandi Collective and Elzing that still persists to the current date.
Do any of these incidents have any wider repercussions?
Answer. Yes, Master. Such incidents often spread outwards from their point of origin, much like an echo.
Why did you say that just now?
Query. What do you mean, Master?
The echo. Why did you say that?
Answer. It is something I heard a previous Master say before, I believe, but I cannot recall the context. Still, somehow it seemed applicable to this situation. Odd.
He's talking about Revan. What repercussions did Praven Prime have?
Answer. In the case of Praven Prime,
Praven,
the
sorry.
Civil War actually forced the Republic to back out of Guvandi's space and let their world fall from Republic control. As I understand it, that would be best. Keeping such a world would have been a token gesture of control. As an added burden, the resources needed to invest in diplomatic and trade relations would have far outweighed what would have been required. Besides, Master, quite frankly, the Guvandi and Elzing needed a good war. They were races that relied more on words than actions, and a good brisk killing woke them from their torpid state. Also, the result of the war will be that the drastically reduced Elzing population will eventually need to call upon the Republic for emergency relief.
And that's a good thing?
Answer. The Republic stands to gain.
This is actually really
The
easy to see.
Republic will be able to supply such emergency relief at a fraction of the cost to the now reduced population. Of course, such aid would only come 4 or 5 years after the war was started. One would have to be patient and let death and destruction run its course.
Yep. But why are the HKs masquerading as protocol droid?
Answer. Master, being a meatbag, your answer does not surprise me.
Oi.
You see, part of the reason an assassin droid is so effective is because it is a droid. Meatbags tend not to notice us. We are treated as furnishings. Statement. Oh, do shut up, you beeping little trash compactor.
Rude.
Anyway, as I was saying, droids tend to blend into the background, like a bench or a card table. Mockery. Droid, fetch this. Droid, translate that. Droid, clean out the trash compactor.
Those are typical droid duties, but it doesn't mean they should be treated as furniture. Hey!
Part of the lullaby function comes when the furnishings pull out Tabana-powered rifles and point them at the owner's heads. My identity as an assassin droid was unknown for quite some time, even during the recent events when all that trouble occurred amongst the Jedi. I'm sure you've already heard more than enough about it, so I will spare you the details.
Actually, I'd like to know.
Statement. This story may be somewhat unfamiliar to you, if not to history, so bear with me. There is a faction of meatbags called the Sith. They want what any rational meatbag would want, the power to assassinate anyone they choose at any time. In a startling turn of events, the Sith declared war on the Republic. The Republic wasn't going to stand for it, so they went to war right back.
Why did the Sith go to war with the Republic?
Answer. Oh, who knows, Master? It is evident that the Sith would very much like to assassinate all the Jedi, which is somewhat the equivalent of cultural suicide since some Sith are Jedi or were Jedi. It is much like the circumstance I find myself in now. How do you kill such an integral part of yourself over such ethical differences? The answer, of course, is that you keep firing until all dissension has been eradicated.
Makes sense. Back to the droids. How these HK units corrupt the protocol programming?
Recitation. For example, on Praven...
Oh wait, that...
Wasn't said.
Statement.
I know all these clones beggars. Why they start revealing themselves now?
Answer. I do not know why these clones chose now to start revealing themselves. Theory. I can only assume that some critical moment is approaching where stealth and subtlety is no longer required. Not that those Durasteel-plated knockoffs know anything of stealth or subtlety. Observation. It is clear, however, that they have been placed throughout the galaxy at critical junctures, both in the Republic fleet and in neutral worlds, and they seem to be looking for Jedi.
What about clones? You sound pretty disgusted by these duplicates.
Answer. My feelings on the matter are something that I feel I must put in proper context, in a way that even a meatbag such as yourself could easily comprehend. Theory. Imagine, if you will, that you are unique, the pinnacle of an exiled, cast-out Jedi who can't even use the Force. Imagine that no one has sunk lower than you, that you are truly the most miserable example of a Jedi ever.
I get it already.
Continuation. Now that you have that image, imagine this. Someone clones you. Badly, I might add. They make the clones talk differently, rob you of any shred of personality, and take your Jedi code and adjust it, so that it is not really the Jedi code anymore. They even change your pigmentation to a rather poor shade of Durasteel, rather than the proper rusty red that inspires fear in targets. And of course, they refer to meatbags as organics. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable indeed. Wait. Ooh, don't say that, that'll piss them off. Okay, so that explains your anger.
Clarification. Anger would be an understatement for the heat that builds up in my behavior core when these cheap imitations make their presence felt throughout the galaxy. Statement. Part of the indignity of all these copies is that they impair my ability to perform my function. The more people throughout the galaxy recognize me as an illegal assassination device, the more difficulty I will have in carrying out my mission.
What about other questions?
Statement. More questions. Wonderful.
How did you get scattered all over the galaxy?
Theory. Well, Master, I believe I was shot repeatedly. Once reduced to my component parts, I suspect pieces of me were sold across the galaxy. Statement. I am an extremely valuable piece of equipment after all, Master. My parts were no doubt costly to obtain, and their new owners hesitant to part with them.
It was something of a pain, yes.
Statement. That is indeed unfortunate, Master. It is merely another thing my attacker will answer for. I would be most distressed if you were to shoot me, attack me, or dismember me in any way. I do not wish to repeat the experience.
Other questions?
Statement.
Talking about the other HK.
Statement. Yes. Them.
I think this leads to the same thing, but...
What did you wish to know?
There's one certain line of questioning I'm looking for. Who was your previous master?
Answer. Master, ironically enough, I seem to have developed a sudden bout of memory loss. I shall struggle to recall an answer to your question, but for now, it is sadly beyond my capabilities. Consolation. Besides, you are a fine master. Do not be worried about being rendered insignificant if I were to inadvertently compare to some silly old master I once possessed. Statement.
Do you know anything about the Sith hunting us?
Answer. No, Master, I do not. I am afraid I have been out of touch with the Sith for many years. This new Sith threat fights differently than the ones I was familiar with. These seem to favor stealth and assassination to achieve their ends.
Any idea where they might be striking from?
Answer: no, Master. The Sith had many hidden bases and strongholds before and during the Jedi Civil War, and I doubt the Republic found them all. Theory: it is possible that the Sith still hold one such base, if not several. Consolation. But I would not worry, Master. I imagine it will not be long before their murderous hands try to seize you by the throat.
Thanks.
Twi'lek metaphor.
It seems like they are attracted to you like Kirk beetles during the Brightland seasons. You can say that again.
Query: Master, excuse me, but how is it you know so many languages?
Ah, that's what at least. Okay. I picked up a sonic imprint sensor on Paragus. It doubles as a translator.
Query: may I see it?
Although Jedi are supposed to know languages anyway, but whatever. Of course, here you go.
Observation. This is indeed familiar. Indeed, it seems to be modeled after my vocabulator, with some modifications, of course. Curious. You say you obtained this device on Paragus.
Yes, shortly before the planet was destroyed.
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position for any HK units in the vicinity.
Well, can you use it to track them?
Confirmation. Yes, Master, I believe so. Of course, we would need to find 3 separate HK squads and use this device in order to target their base.
So we just wait?
Answer. Master, the nature of the signal from the sonic imprint sensor is such that we must wait until it is signaled. It does not please me any more than it does you, but one of the primary traits of an assassin or assassin droid is patience.
Let's some other questions.
Statement.
For a sophisticated assassination droid, you don't seem as advanced as you should be.
Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core. It is true that I once possessed many more protocols and upgrades, but time and damage has taken its toll. And I am afraid that I have a rather long history of memory problems, which has also compromised my effectiveness as well. Still, you will find me a valuable asset, Master, willing and able to terminate anything you point me towards. Statement.
Other question. Can you not upgrade him? May need influence, whatever. Anyway, finally done with him. Influence gain, T3, M4, influence lost, HK. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to make HK happy. Okay, oh boy. How long have we been recording? Should I just go ahead and do another short part? I've got a lot of people to talk to. You know, let's talk to Mira first.
Yeah, something wrong?
Okay, some grenades.
Grenades? I didn't think Jedi used grenades.
I fight dirty. I mean, you're fighting for your life. You use what's at hand.
Well, I don't like to use them unless they're C5 concussion spheres or the Merson cryoban pellets. Sonic screamers aren't too bad either, just don't use them on a Bith.
Why not?
It makes their head explode like a melon. And don't do it to a Celestin either. Makes their ears bleed and they gibber twice as fast.
I'll keep that in mind. Can I get some from you?
Alright. Keep your robes on. Here you go.
Are you sure you want that? I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
I just want to know you a little better, is all.
Why, you trying to be my father? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Come on, I can't be that bad. Give me a chance.
Are you sure you're a Jedi? That exile of yours must have gone on longer than I thought. Look, you're way too old for me. Even if I were interested, you couldn't handle me anyway. I mean, you're really good in a fight, and you've got those intense eyes. And it's obvious you take care of your body, but I really don't have the luxury of getting attached to you. Besides, you already have your little entourage. I don't want to be a part of the pack, you know?
What are you talking about?
Look, if we start sharing a bunk, the other girls would get upset, and then I'd have to kick the hell out of them to show them who's the pack leader around here. No thanks. You're a sweet old guy. But let's keep it professional.
Fair enough. I'm not that old.
It's more than age. I thought I'd seen a lot, but you look like you're 100 inside.
There's some other questions I wanted to
Go
ask.
ahead and ask.
You seem restless.
It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Kreia showed me how to listen to Nar Shaddaa once. How all life there is connected and is bound to each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. I already know Nar Shaddaa better than you ever will.
Oh, really?
Shoot.
We'll see about that. Were you raised on Nar Shaddaa?
Look, before we get into a game of Guess the Pazaak card, pull back on the throttle. I don't know you that well to start sharing our life stories.
Try it again.
Alright.
Tell me a little about Hanhar.
Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that, and it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
What happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
What do you mean?
That's a long story.
Oh.
I don't want to get into it.
Jeez!
Go ahead and ask.
Why don't you kill your targets?
I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to.
Because all life is connected, and Malachor proved it. You know what the loss of family means, even to your targets.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know Jedi didn't care about life there.
I have never stopped trying to protect others, even at Malachor.
Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
Oh boy. Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. Just, I don't know if you have to leave, but just leave. It's super fine. Okay, about face. Well, hello.
What do you mean, Pazaak? What, again? This is Ronto Scrag. What house rule says I have to go first?
I made it up, Beep.
Yeah, well, I'm still not convinced you aren't cheating.
Warning, if you draw another +/-1 card, I will enact assassination protocols.
This droid is cleaning me out.
What are you playing?
Pazaak. Well, I'm playing. It's cheating. Whatever, cheater.
Oh. Can I play?
Sure, but I don't have any more credits to bet, so it's Republic Senate rules.
Deal me in. I'll play a hand. Just because. Oh, I've already got them in. Okay. Let's play this one round. I'll take that. Fuck you. You are a cheater. Perfect. Har 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 har. I are winner. See, he can beat
Well,
me.
check it again. It can't be anything else.
Ow.
Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you.
That is super
Because I
butthurt.
don't like droids. They break. In the head.
Did you guys already have this conversation?
Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
Ah, HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query, what is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query, have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Oh boy. Oh geez, you guys are not dead. Uh-oh. That's not evil at all.
Statement. My memory core has suffered some damage. Statement. Yet somehow, a gap in my circuits makes me feel as if I should remember you. Statement. This is all the more important since during my routine inspection of all potential escape routes from this vessel, I made an interesting discovery. Observation. The Navicomputer is voice-locked. As a consequence, you are now responsible for course corrections and astrogation. Statement. That is indeed a great burden. It also raises many questions. Query. Why would someone lock the Navicomputer? Answer. Presumably to hide where one has been. Statement. I believe you've been somewhere. Somewhere you wish to keep hidden.
Bad HK. Down, boy. Jesus. Hey there, you feeling okay?
What do you want now?
I want to apologize.
Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me.
Still, I'm sorry you lost your family at Malachor.
Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes, it's like you can almost hear them. Like an echo, calling out for each other. And maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together.
All things are connected to the Force. From such acts of kindness, great things may come.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me.
Fair enough. I have some questions for you.
Shoot.
Team Restless. Let's try
All
this
this
again.
travel. I'd rather we... Yeah. Well, it's gotta... Yeah, well...
Go see.
No thanks.
Okay, not yet.
Alright.
Where'd you get that rocket launcher? It's fucking sick.
Made it. It's custom for me, which is a good thing, because I wouldn't want anyone using it against me. I can show you how to make rockets, though, if you'd like. All it requires is a good skill with demolitions.
Fuck. When in your party, you can make rockets at workbenches. Provide your demolition skills high enough.
Anything else you wanted to know? Go ahead and ask.
Hanhar.
I didn't kill him.
What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah. At least you know what happened.
Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his homeworld?
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Do you know what species he is?
No idea. He's just... Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I
That's
get the
interesting.
impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad hound among
Nobody knows
Rontos.
he's a Wookiee.
Some of Voga the
That's
Heck's
interesting.
men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but Those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
So was he a slave?
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
Why was he wearing those cuffs?
I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons.
It's good he broke free. Nothing deserves to be caged. Well, it sounds like Zerka deserved it.
Well, before you get too teary-eyed, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
Who did he work with?
Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes, he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies. Living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you.
So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
So he wants to capture you?
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
It's kind of interesting, actually. What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Worse?
Hanhar's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, it's like nothing can stop him. I've seen him shrug off blaster bolts, Bothan stunners, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming.
Any regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So how'd you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved him wrong?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
Why use mines?
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
But it didn't happen that way.
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. And all the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me, that I would always be prey.
Sometimes there's a stronger to spare life. Take it.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance. Shoot.
You seem restless. Let's try this.
Travel.
This should be enough now.
Travel.
The scene's pretty ridiculous where this is going to eventually end up, but yeah.
I'd rather we... Yeah. Well, it's got a lot. Yeah. No thanks.
Not yet. Really?
Yeah, something wrong? Alright.
Were you raised on Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
more
that's
or
right.
less. I wasn't born there. I just ended up there.
So you did this all out of order. What happened to your family?
Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. I had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story. You hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
You died in the final battle?
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
How could you have lost family at Malachor 5? There were no colonies. It was a taboo world to the Mandalorians.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families.
Oh, you're a Mandalorian?
As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. And they took a lot of worlds.
You were a slave?
When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. The Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that.
I regret the loss of life in Malachor, but there was no choice left. Well...
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
They probably deserved it. You don't sound too happy about it.
Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it.
They had to be stopped.
Yeah, I know. That kind of stays...
I was like, never mind. No?
Yeah, something wrong. Go ahead.
Want to kill your targets? Did we ever
I've
do
killed
that?
people before.
You don't seem to hold back when you're with me.
I know. It's different. I don't know why.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex. I don't like it. And I don't know when or why it became so easy. Yeah,
Okay.
something wrong? Shoot. Yeah. Well, it's got a... Yeah. No thanks.
Okay.
Alright.
Why'd you become a
I'm
bounty
good at
hunter?
finding people. So I used it to make credits.
Finding people in Nar Shaddaa seems difficult.
Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, and start walking.
Walking?
And this is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents.
No, I understand.
You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, something wrong?
Still nothing.
Go ahead.
Did I say why don't you kill your targets?
I've killed people before.
Oh, I don't know.
Shoot.
You seem
Almost.
restless. Too
I'd
quiet?
rather be doing something.
Hmm.
Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there. I just ended up there.
Did we do this one?
Well, the war happened. It's what happened. Talk. Alright. Well, as happens
okay.
on Nar Shaddaa, I made some
Wait, no, this
turns
is how it saved his life.
Well, I think he'd hope thing is he was and he that I would always something wrong.
I've missed a line of
Not
questioning
right now.
somewhere.
You've got enough. I don't want you to go.
Oh, whoops.
Go ahead.
Well, one that I didn't do.
I didn't kill him once. Are you sure you want to hear?
What am I missing? You can finish all of her dialogue, like, the moment you get her.
Yeah, something wrong?
Did I answer something wrong?
Shoot.
Seem restless. You raise on Nar Shaddaa. What happened between you and Han Han? You save Han Han's life. Want to be a target where to get the rocket launcher.
Made it. I can show you. Anything else? Alright. Yeah. I've killed people before. I know. I don't know. I don't like it. Go ahead. Well, turn. I think I just. He was. I and he that I would. Shoot.
What am I missing? What am I missing? I never turned the right way. Dumb. Why are you not ready to talk? I'm just like a point away or whatever from top influence. Why? I'm gonna have to look into this, and besides, I think this is going on way too long. Alright, so I won't be able to do my stuff yet, because there's other people I need to talk to anyway. So, here comes another video in a bit. Catch you later.